Hello, welcome back to Marsha Creatives, the home of creative tech. So should I say Marsha Creatives or Marsha Digital? You will tell me. So right here we have been building this platform, which is a blogging and affiliate marketing platform called MarshaDigital.com. So basically, if you just jump on this video, just know there is, I think, part 1 and part 2, where we bought the domain, we did the head and the footer, as you can see on your screen. And today we are diving in and we want to build the actual website that we are going to use to monetize and see how it's gonna go. So basically, if you just jump on this video, ensure to subscribe to this YouTube channel and let's dive in. So basically right here we already have our domain MarshaDigital.com, so we're just going to add our /wp-admin. So that should be the link to take us to our WordPress login page. And here we are. Just input your username and password and click login. Okay, so here we are in our login page. So let's in our dashboard. So let's just go to pages over here, and the page you want to design is the home page of the website. So just right click on edit and open that on a new tab, just to maintain one page for your dashboard in case you need to go back to the dashboard and tweak changes here and there that are maybe to reflect on the home page. So just give it some time to load. Then we're going to edit with Elementor, then start building the actual website. Here we are, and here's the button, edit with Elementor. Click on that and it should take you to the backend, to the Elementor website builder, where we're going to right away or straight away start building our site. So if you have reached at this point, you also bought your domain, you also installed your WordPress, did your header, did your footer, you are on the right track. And come on, man, give yourself some applauses. Yes, sir. Here we are, voila. So basically we have our header, we have our footer. The only thing now we need to bring in is our content. So let's just go to, the first thing is removing this title of the page. So go to over here, page settings, and below here we said hide title, toggle that, and the setting is gone. So the very first thing, as always, is having a full section for the hero section basically. So just click on that add icon over there. We're going to input a full section. Go to height over here on your layout tab, then go to minimum height and let's give that 550 pixels. Oops. So there we go. And for this one, the background, I'm going to use my primary color, which is that dark blue, like that. And I already have my headings here. I've used ChatGPT to generate the website content. You can also use any AI tool, Gemini, ChatGPT, whichever works for you to generate your content. Just follow the design process with your own content. So I'll pull in the heading. That is usually the first thing. It's not visible because of course it's picking the primary color. Let's change that to white, and there we go. Voila. So I'll add the element and I'll come here to inner section, click, drag, and have that at the center. I'm going to close this and I'm going to have the inner section width over here to 800. Then I'll bring in my heading inside there and I'll align that center, go back to content, and I'm going to bring in my main heading over here. So blog like a startup. Okay, I don't understand that. I think I should just use launch your passive income engine in 90 days. That makes sense. So I'll make this as big as possible. Then since I adjust to break the monotony, I want 90 days to have like this other blue over here. So I'll just go to style. Now to do that, you should be maybe conversant with code a little bit. And oops, this won't work. Okay, I know how to do it using the text editor over here, text editor. Let me see if I pull that. Can I? Because the first heading should always be a H1. So if there's no way to change this into a H1, then I'm not gonna do it. There's a P tag, paragraph, heading 1, correct. So now I will copy this content over here. Then I'll delete this. Also delete this as a duplicate, and I'll have this main, bring it here. So the reason it's a heading 1 is simply because it is the first heading of our page. It has to be a H1. Okay, that is just SEO practice. So I'll just go to typography and change this to semi-bold, or let's change that to bold. Increase the size. Nothing is happening. I don't know why. Change the color to white. Let's change the font maybe to Montserrat and see if maybe the issue is the font Montserrat, and nothing is happening. So I'll just delete this and I'll just maintain, or let's just Control Z. That doesn't work. Let's redo that. There we go. Align that at the center like that. Launch your passive income engine in 90 days. So that is a nice hookup line, basically, because you need a hookup line to, like, pull in people to read what your website is all about. Okay, so I'll change here the font to Montserrat. There we go. Change that to bold. Yeah, that is okay for me. And I'll bring in a description below here. So click on that, go to text editor, click, drag, drop it right there. In case it makes a duplicate, just delete it, and let's have our content over here. So basically what I'm telling people is stop writing for fun. Learn the systems, AI strategy to scale your content and build authority and generate a predictable affiliate revenue. Okay, so I'll change that font to 18. I don't like the font, so I'll change that to Montserrat. I think I should even change the actual main font for this website to Montserrat. So to do that, we had done that. I think we did that, I think, in part 1, if not part 2, I don't remember, of the site identity. So let's go to not site page settings, but we need to go to, is it page settings? Not really. We need to go to over here, site settings. There we go. So we need to change the overall font just to avoid having to change the fonts all the time. So go to global fonts, click on that, and let's change here to Montserrat. That's the font I think I should be using. There we go. Montserrat, and over here again, Montserrat, and save changes. So that's all. You can close the site settings and you should go back. So that is just to avoid having the back and forth with the font thing, having to change the fonts all the time, because now I can just do this and use my primary font, and automatically it has picked my Montserrat. Now you just have to play with the font size, and that's all I needed. This one, take it to 20, yeah, just for visibility purposes. Then yeah, I think that's all, unless I need to pull anything here below it. So after that, I'm going to pull in one of our videos that we just did as our first video, because that is the video that someone is supposed to watch if they come to this to learn how to make whatever we are making. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Over here, I'm going to advance. Do I need that? Not now. I'll bring in but an inner section over here. I always love working with inner sections than the actual. Then I'll change the width here to 700. Then what I'm gonna do, I'm going to my YouTube channel. Go to YouTube. Over here, search for Marsha Creatives, and this is the channel over here. If you are new, ensure to subscribe. We are also live right now. So the very first video is, let's go to playlist over here and go to how to start a blog in 2026. But I think I'll change that playlist to affiliate marketing or something like that. So this is our very first video. So I'll just click on share. I'll copy this. Then I'm basically copying the link. Then we go back here, then add element, search for video, and this is it. Click, I'll drag it and have it inside my inner section, and I'll paste the link over here where it says link, and let's see, and there we go. That is the video. So someone can come in here and watch that video. So let's increase a little bit this to 800, the width of the inner section. And what I'm gonna do, the inner section, I'm going to give it a negative margin over here of negative 100. There we go. Correct. Then for the inner section, I'll select this section, go to style, and I'll give it a background color of white. Yes, like that. Yeah, nice. Then maybe some border radius. Where is it? Background border radius like 5 pixels. I don't like exaggerating my borders. So there we go. For this, I feel like the line height is too big. Go here, line height, and play with that. So I have something smaller. Maybe 60 or maybe 62. Yeah, so that is okay. Close this just to check if everything is okay, and voila, I love that. Then the next thing, I'm going to have what? Let's have another full section over here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have just a statement here, but let's go to advanced paddings, and let's give it a padding of 50 and a bottom padding of 50. Then let's give it a background, which is our secondary color, that I'm going to shade down to something like that. So let's bring in a heading again there. Yeah, so it's supposed to be join. So join the 500 plus entrepreneurs using our system to learn online. So basically, I'll change the color here to our secondary color, align it at the center, and maybe increase the size a little bit to something that looks like that. Okay, there we go. Our website is coming up. So for this one, we're not doing anything like fancy. It's just direct to the point of what we are doing. So another thing, I'll add a divider for the first section over here. So is it picking? Yeah, for this section, go to shape divider. This main section, the very first section. If we go to shape divider, we have this. So it's not supposed to be on the top. So how do I remove that? Control Z. Bottom. I wanted to add it at the bottom, not on the top. So I don't know. Okay, yeah, there we go. So I just wanted this type of thing below there. And I'll also have it for this one, but on top. So I'll go to this, just to style up our website, just to look nice. Okay. Yeah. So there we go. You can see it here. It's not very clear. I don't want it to be very visible for this one, but I hope you are getting the entire point of what we're doing. Then I think for this this second section, let's try and give it the background of our secondary color, but on the lower end. There's a lot of breaks, so no, let's just make this standard white as it was. So let's proceed and see what we are adding next. So we are going to add a button here, a very big button basically. So just that add button, click, drag, drop it right there, and align it at the center. Go back to content, and that would be my write-up. Go to style, and so basically for the link here, I'll have to write a blog about this entire process that we are doing right now. So I'll get the free 7-day blog income blueprint. So I'll do a blog about that, then I'll link it here on this button. So I hope that makes sense. I'll go to style, then I'll go to paddings, I'll unlink the paddings, and I'll give a top padding of 25, a bottom padding of another 25, left, right also 20. So basically, let's make it full 25, 25, 25. Then go to typography. Instead of medium, take that to semi-bold, and let's take that to 25 pixels. Then for the color, change that to white. There we go. There we go. Which color did it pick? I think it picked the accent color. Yeah, like that. Yeah, our website is coming up pretty well. So after that, we have to tell people what are you gonna learn. Okay, what are you going to learn in this entire process? I still feel my heading is not good enough. Maybe it's the letter spacing. Let's give that a negative. Okay, maybe something like that. Or let's change this to 900. And maybe what? Play with the font size again. Okay, maybe something like that. I don't know. What happens if I give it a negative margin of -50? Because I just realized when I close this divider that we did here, it's touching this text, which is not what I want. So let's give it a negative of 100. Yes. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I think this is okay now. For now, let's proceed. So what are people going to learn here? So we have to come up with what people are gonna learn and present that. So click on that, another full section. Of course, we need this color here, this color. So let me add this color as a global color. That's how you do it. Now let's go back to our section, style, go to background, and let's give it that, so that it matches what we had on top. I don't know if that makes sense. Advanced, of course, unlink the paddings, 50 top and 50 bottom. There we go. So let's tell people what they're going to learn. So I'm bringing a heading, then what you will learn. Align that at the center, then go to typography. Of course, Montserrat semi-bold, that is okay, or just make it bold. Then the size, okay, that is okay. Let's just change the color maybe to our secondary color. Okay, there we go. So how are we gonna do it? Let me bring in an inner section like this. There we go. Then I'm going to bring in something called an icon box. So just search here for icon box. I'll drop it right there. So the first thing, someone is going to learn strategic launch. Okay, that is what one is gonna learn. So I don't know which icon we're going to use for the strategic launch, but let me just use a tag for now. Okay, so let's style this up. So basically, the first thing I would want each of the section to have a background of white, of course, like that. The border, of course, I'll have a radius of 5. You already know I don't like big borders. Then for the description, let me just bring in the description over here, layout, select on that here. So there we go. I'll also, for this, I'll go to advanced and I'll do a padding of 50 all around. 50 is too much, make it 20 or 30. Yeah, that is okay. Then I'll go down, still on the same point, and I'll make a border solid like that. For the border width, make it, I think 1 is okay. Then let's change that to our primary color, but a shade of that. It's not supposed, or let's just maintain the secondary color, but give it some opacity. Take it all the way down and a radius of 5. There we go. Okay, so let's change the icon over here to stacked. Yeah, maybe something like that, or what, framed? Maybe framed. Then what else can we do over here? Okay. I think that's all. Let's go to icon spacing, content spacing. For the content, I'd like to increase the description font size to 18 pixels, something like that. Then let me delete. Okay, before that, the main section that we made it white, let's give it another padding of 20. Yeah, like that. Then a margin of 10. Then now delete this, the second one, and duplicate this. Now you have something that looks like that. I feel like we should change the icon color maybe to our accent color, or we can maintain that the primary but change the title color to our secondary color. Okay, there's some hover effects on hover, just maintain that. So I'll copy this, then we just paste style here, paste style. That's the good thing with Elementor again. Now the second one is so the second process is one should be able to scale using AI, scale with systems and AI, and I'll bring in our description down there. There we go. So the next thing, just duplicate the inner section like that, so that I have another 2 here. So one should also be able to monetize. Okay, so basically here we are. So monetize from day 1. Now we only have 3 sections. So the strategic launch, scale with systems, and monetize. So now we can't have, if there were 4, I would have added 1 here. Or let me just try and use AI and see if I can get a 4th option. So let's see if we can get a 4th option for that, just for the website to look okay. Okay, so I just got 1. So what I'm gonna do, I can just swift this because I want monetization to be the last one. Then the third one that I want to add is a rapid growth and domain authority. Okay, so there we go. So as you can see now, we have 4 sections. So the other thing is just try and use relevant icons for each. So for this I'm going to use bars. This one I used a rocket. Then monetize. Let's see if you can get the dollar symbol. Yeah, make them dollars. Oops, made a mistake there. It's supposed to be this one. So there we go. Now we have strategic launch, scale with systems and AI, rapid growth, and monetize from day 1. So our website is coming up pretty well. There we go. And now from here, usually for this I wouldn't want to have a lot of content, so I'm going to have the call to action, which is like the final part here. So for that, let's use our primary color as the background, advanced, padding 50 top, padding 50 bottom. So that will be like our final section, because for this one we are not doing a lot here, because the main part of this website is it will be blogging. So we are not like pushing the homepage. What we'll be pushing is the blogs, and we'll add our affiliates on our affiliate marketing platform, as you can see. So that is all. Then here let's just pull in the last city here. So for city is usually like some type of a question. So I just bring in this heading. I'll fill it in. I'll go to this. I'll copy our first heading, which was our H1. Then here I'll paste styles like that. But now what I'm gonna do, I'll reduce the font size. Something like that. Something like 45 pixels. Then now I'll bring in our button, because this is like now our go-to. When people come here, we want to push them to the first blog that we will write about blog income blueprint. Okay, yeah, so that's what we're gonna do there. And voila, our website, we are done, man. Our website is up and running. you know, there we go. Our website is up and running. So if I've reached this point, you should be pretty happy, man. Give yourself some applauses. So we'll find in future, we'll find a way to have maybe some blogs running here, like a carousel blog. But for now, we don't have any blogs, so we can't put in much of the content. But this should kickstart your website, okay? So there we go. The next thing is always ensuring your website is responsive. So as you can see on tablet, this is how the website will look on tablet, which is still okay for me. Let's go to mobile and see how that's gonna look. So as you can see, the on mobile, the website is breaking up. So the first thing, let's change the font size of the heading. It is also what line height. Take that down. Okay, something like that. That should work. Let's also reduce the line height. There we go. And do we need the top paddings? I don't know. But yeah, that is okay. Let's move to the next statement, this one here. So just play with the font size, basically. Yeah, that is okay. What you learn. Okay, this is also okay, if you ask me. It's not that great. You can redesign this and make it better, but for me, that is okay. Because for here, this whatever we are building, we are not trying to showcase our design capabilities. We are designing a project for. So basically, this is not like a design tutorial. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, our button does not look that great, but let's leave it as it is for now. Then click publish. As always, don't forget to hit that publish button. And let's close this and see how our website looks like. So on desktop, this is how our website will look like. Launch your passive income engine in 90 days. Blah blah blah. Join. We brought our YouTube video over there that when someone clicks, automatically is taken to the tutorials that we are doing, which will be part of this also. And there we go. So that is all for this, for the homepage. So what else? What else are we doing today? So yeah, that is how you design the homepage. And I think this was a pretty direct to the point tutorial of how to design your blogging website homepage. So ensure to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and let's meet on the next one, where we'll be doing the next page, which is my journey, or one of the other pages that we have not done. And peace out.